Hello, this is Wednesday. We're going to watch Brandy and her 6 Brahma heathens while I tell you a little story. I'm known for a line on BYC, backyardchickens.com, of which I've been a member for about a dozen years, and I was a moderator for, maybe 5 years. I'm famous for saying, hens are not vending machines. This is usually in response to, why aren't my chickens laying? Well, the minute somebody's chickens don't lay every single day, they get crazy panicked. And they go, oh my gosh, why aren't they laying? I got my chickens for eggs. They've quit laying. And I want to say, honey, they're animals. They're not machines. If they are molting, their first big molt, or even their 9 month, at 9 months they go through a little bit of a molt, they may not be feeling well. Feathers take a lot of protein to grow. If they're in their first big molt, about 18 to 20 months of age, they're not going to lay for a while, or they may slow way down because they're growing in a massive amount of feathers. They don't feel well. The feathers take a lot of protein. They can't produce eggs and feathers at the same time a lot of times, and it's a lot of stress on their bodies. So do you want the chicken to die laying you eggs every day, or do you want them for the bodies to do what their bodies need to do and rest when they need it? Well, if you want instant eggs, go to the grocery store. I mean, they're not the same eggs, no. But, chickens are animals, and they're subject to all kinds of stresses. Their weather, predators prowling around your coop at night, if they're upset, if they have a scare. There's all kinds of reasons they are not going to lay every single day. So, if you're throwing corn out and you expect your chickens to lay all the time, and you're giving them corn, which is 6 to 8% protein, and that's all you're giving them, well, you know what? That's pretty much on you. They don't have the nutrition to lay. They need a certain amount of calcium for egg shell quality. They need a certain amount of protein. Their bodies need nutrition. Corn doesn't give them the nutrition they need to produce eggs. There's a lot of stress on a hen's body producing this egg all the time. It's like daily ovulation. It takes a lot out of a hen. So, chickens are not vending machines. Hens are not vending machines. Let them rest. Another thing, they've slowed down. How do I keep them laying through the winter? You don't. Don't give them extra light. Yeah, that might make them lay a little bit more. You're trying to trick them into thinking it's still summer or fall and not winter. But you know what? They need to rest. You're gonna burn these things out so fast. These poor girls. And especially hatchery stock. Their genetics are sucky anyway. So let them rest. They're animals. Their bodies need to rest to keep producing eggs further into their lives. Okay? So, I never provide extra light. But you know what? I have a 10-and-a-half-year-old barred Plymouth Rock hen. 10-and-a-half. 10-and-a-half years old. For 3 or 4 years, she's not been able to walk due to arthritis. She lost the use of one leg due to severe arthritis. Over time, it happened. And from last November through April, that hen cranked out, that was over the winter, cranked out 17 eggs. No added light. 17 eggs that hen cranked out. My advice to you, if you want hens to lay through the winter and not just completely stop, get breeds that are known to be more year-round layers. Get breeds that are more winter hardy. Don't expect a little bantam to lay through the winter. They're tiny little birds. They got to keep all their calories for staying warm. You want to know what the best bird is for a winter climate? This girl right here. Brahmas. They're made for winter. They have peak homes, so they're not susceptible to frostbite. They have feathered legs. The outer legs and the middle, down to the middle toe, are feathered. They have loose fluff. These birds are very winter hardy. You ain't got to add no light. You got to add no heat. Chickens don't really need heat anyway, but these birds are especially good in the winter time. And yes, they will lay at a reduced rate during the winter. But they will continue laying as long as they're fairly young. Now, you know, the older a bird gets, you can't expect that bird to lay in the wintertime. They're old. But again, my 10-and-a-half-year-old Amanda, 17 eggs during the winter last year. Crazy, right? So anyway, again, hens are not vending machines. They need to rest. If you don't care about your animals, you keep pushing them. Just keep pushing them. If all you want is eggs and you really don't care about the animals, I would suggest, and I'm gonna get some flack from this, I'd suggest you just buy your eggs at the grocery store. Those poor hens in those battery cages, they get pushed, but you know what? They don't keep them for more than, 18 months, 2 years tops, and they're gone. They're culled out. But I've got hens who are 8, 9, and 10 years old still laying periodically. But the Brahmas, the reason I have these partridge Brahmas is because I had 2 other hatchery Brahmas, and they always laid during the wintertime. They were great hens. They were friendly without being trip hazards. And I would always suggest get you some Brahmas for your homestead, especially if you live somewhere it gets to the single digits in the winter or worse. Best ones you can have. Best ones ever. So, that's what I want to say to you today. And do remember, hens are not vending machines. They're animals. Their bodies need to rest. Let nature do what it needs to do. And let your poor hens rest during the wintertime if they need it. And if you want eggs in the winter, get you a different breed that's going to be more able to lay during the winter. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.